Well, I'll tell you what, it feels good to be back fly fishing. Here's me trying to catch my first trout of the year.
There's fish rising down there. Down there. They're everywhere.
Off you go, son.
So, I've come to this tiny little tributary of the River Yure, and it's a really tricky river. I must have been here maybe 6 times before. 5 of those times, caught nothing. I've left frustrated. It's a really overgrown river, so I've always end up losing a load of gear in the trees. But one of the times I came here, it was absolutely on fire. Fish rising everywhere, and that's the stupid thing about fishing. All you need is one good session like that, and it keeps you coming back to these places. But I'm just going to walk down this little river, enjoying the scenery, and trying not to think too much about catching a trout. But really, that's why I'm here.
After a short walk along the river, I couldn't see any fish rising. So I decided to start the day by fishing streamers.
I think this spot in front of me looks like it'll definitely hold some fish. It's just a case of whether they're actually up for taking a streamer. Oh, there's a fish. Fantastic. What a start. Bloody hell. I do not believe it. That's a grayling on a bloody streamer.
Well, she's out of season, so I'm not going to get her out of the water, but lovely little grayling on a streamer of all things.
Well, that was a nice surprise. I'll show you what. It's a bit knackered now, but it's a little streamer like that. I mean, I came here for trout, so I'm still not 100% satisfied, but yeah, good start. Let's see if we can get another out. So this part of the river always makes me smile. Just in amongst the wild garlic and a few daffodils, there's a little grave to a little dog called Nipper. And it always makes me smile thinking about Nipper terrorising these banks. Well, I'm telling you, Nipper, I'm gonna catch a fish for you today, mate. That's the last thing I do.
So unfortunately I didn't get any more interest on the streamer, and to be honest, things weren't looking very good at this point. Until I headed down to a slower, deeper part of the river, where luckily for me, there was a trout rising.
Well, he's not having it, but the good news is, there's fish rising down there. Down there. They're everywhere. Just need to find out what they're eating.
So there I was, in a familiar situation. Fish rising everywhere, and me struggling to catch them.
So I've tried out the Old Faithful, that being the Griffith snap, but I had to take off a really small fish, but I've covered so many fish and they're not having it, so I think I'm going to change my fly, try a different fly, and I think that might do it. But I'm getting a bit desperate now, and it's going to rain soon, so yeah, need to get my arse in gear if I'm going to catch a fish.
Well, luckily for me, on the very next cast, I did indeed get my arse in gear.
It's a trout, it's a trout, it's a trout. What more could you ask for? beautiful fish.
Look at that. All the very best, my little friend.
This was for you, Nipper. Snapped off. I think it's time to put the camera away as well. Getting too wet.
So the rain cut this session short, so I was left with only one option. Go to the pub. So after that session, I've since been back to this little river and had some more nice trout out of it. And I've also been out and caught plenty of trout on dries this spring.
Yes, Niall.
But nothing quite compares to that first of the year. As always, thanks very much for watching. All the best.